Good afternoon. I'm very excited to be able to share some important information with you. And this webinar will probably be the most important webinar you've ever watched. And what we're going to do is we're going to dispel all the myths. Is your business legit or not? That is the question, right? So I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to talk heart to heart and really share why this business is legit and what the difference is between companies that are scam, why people are saying what they're saying online about whatever particular company that is. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to talk logically. I want you to remove all your emotions. I want you to remove all the hype in your mind, whether it's positive or whether that hype is negative. But what you're going to do is you're going to be clear on understanding what this business is and how to move forward with excellence. Now, think about this logically, right? We go and we talk to people about our business and we start sharing with them and we start saying, look, you can get started for as little as 130 euros all the way up to 5,030 euros in our business model. And that person says, well, I've got to do my research. I've got to look into it, which is obviously understandable. It's very important that people do their research to find out, is the company legit or not, right? But then all of a sudden you find out, like last week, that individual spent $1,000 on their tires. The night before, on a Friday night, they spent over $500 going out to dinner and drinking and having cocktails. 2 months ago, they lost $10,000 in the casino. However, all those different aspects, they don't question it. Or how about they went ahead and talked to their stockbroker, right? And their stockbroker said, listen, there's a company or there's a bank stock. And I'm going to give you a tip here. And this stock literally is 20 years old. The bank is very sustainable, stable. I recommend you put the majority of your portfolio into the stock. I think it's going to be something where you're going to make a tremendous amount of money. Now, I need to know what your risk tolerance is. So therefore, you seem like you're pretty young, so probably you could risk a little bit more. So go ahead and put $20,000, and then all of a sudden, a 20-year-old stock drops to zero, and that company, that bank, or that banking system goes out of business. That happens. Blockbuster. How many people invested in Blockbuster and something happened? The reason why I'm bringing this up because we cannot guarantee anybody anything. We cannot guarantee. When you look at a business, you cannot be emotional about it. You need to look at it through the lenses of logic and through the lenses of, weighing the odds, the pros versus the cons. Now, what happens in business is that the people that are like, for instance, I'll give you an example. When you think about a celebrity, right? And a celebrity, all of a sudden, you look on the TV and the celebrity is starting to have some bad press about them, right? Well, guess what? All the paparazzi jump on the bandwagon. And what do? They go ahead and they reach out to the news stations, and the news stations start reaching out to the paparazzi. Hey, guys, I want you to find as much dirt. And let's say the name of the celebrity is Anna Smith, right? I want you to find as much dirt on Anna Smith as possible. We got to make sure that, we are at the top of the list, that when people want to find out about Anna Smith and all the dirt that's happening right now, that we're the ones that that the world is going to see. So they start doing some background research. Oh, we found out that Anna Smith, when she was 16 years old, she got caught, smoking some pot when she was young, right? Okay, great. We got some dirt there. Oh, she went through this horrible divorce in 2009 and she won the divorce, but just make sure that you see that she's like this unfit mother and that, she had to go through some classes and some rehab type things. So make sure you guys, put a nice spin on it to make her look, like that. And then you find out, oh, okay, not only that, in 2011, Anna Smith, had issues with her taxes. And so she went to court. It seems like she had some tax evasion. So go ahead and put that out there. We want to make sure that we put as much dirt out there in the media as possible for this woman, so that we captivate the audience, so we get our ratings up, and so we get the reviews. And so that's what happens. But no one tells you that Anna Smith didn't have any tax evasion, that everything is perfect. She went to court. She proved that she paid her taxes. Everything is good. So all I'm saying is no one blatantly lies. what they do is they take the truth and they twist it and put a spin on it. And that's what media does. That's what these websites that are scam websites, that's what they do. Why? Because they get paid for advertising. That's how it works. They get paid for advertising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here some more, and we're going to look at literally some other ways to see if something is a scam or not. Now, I don't understand why this is still spinning here. I want to make sure that people can actually hear me. So let me look at, okay, perfect. Okay. So let's make sure that we're live here. Okay, we're live. Perfect. All right, wonderful. Now, if you look here, I just typed in Walmart scam. Okay, there's over 73,000 results. Now, how many of us know that we go to Walmart and we shop at Walmart? Has anyone been taken in by this scam of Walmart? Look at this. All these articles and things about Walmart and how it could potentially be a scam, right? Let's look some more here. Let's look at Microsoft, a powerful company, right? Avoid the phone scams. What happens if you play along with Microsoft's tech support, right? Watch out for Microsoft scam calls to fix your computer. So now this is a Microsoft, a multi-billion-dollar company, and there's tons of articles about how this is a scam. Over 1 million articles talking about Microsoft being a scam. Let's look at this over here. Donald Trump liable for real estate fraud right here. Donald Trump, the billionaire, and how he's scamming people from his school. Let's look some more here. Let's look at how alert, right? Latest Apple ID scam is not simply a junk mail. So now we're talking about Apple possibly being a scam, sending emails to customers around the world. Let's do some more research here. Let's talk about the business from home. All the companies that are the top 100 direct selling companies for 2015, and most of these companies, by the way, have been around for 10, 20, 30 years. Let's look at the top ones, right? You got Avon, Herbalife, Mary Kay, Amway. Now these are companies that have been around, mind you, for 5, 10, 20 years. These are not scams. We know that, right? People make money. So let's look here. Avon scam, right? 463 million results about how Avon is a pyramid scam. And talking about Avon. Avon's in stores, for goodness sakes. People buy Avon all the time. But yet you're going to see here, is Avon a scam, right? So let's do some more research. Let's look at the Huffington Post and talk about how Herbalife, which has been around for over 20 years, created tons of millionaires, a pyramid scheme disguised as a business opportunity. And this was published in 2013. So this is literally 2 years ago on Huffington Post, which is a reliable source, talking about how Herbalife is a scam. Come on. All right, let's talk about Nu Skin. How Nu Skin possibly is a scam here. 116,000 results, and how it's a pyramid scheme. Nu Skin is in stores as well. You could buy Nu Skin in department stores. It's ACN, which is a company that deals with your electricity, your phone. It's a service company, and this talks about how ACN is a scam. Yes, it is, in my opinion, a scam. In this guy's opinion, right? And so look at all these articles about how ACN is a scam, but yet when you go on the top 100 100 network marketing companies or work from home businesses in the world, all these companies are in the top 100 in the world for making the most amount of money and millionaires. Let's look at World Ventures, which is a travel company. Again, World Ventures is a scam. CBS News story, right there. CBS News story, how World Ventures is potentially a scam here. And so why am I showing you this? Because I want you to look at things through the right lenses. Don't buy into the positive hype, and don't buy into the negative hype. Let's look at some cryptocurrency. Now, here, this is the industry that we're in. So let's look at Bitcoin, Ripple Coin. This is the CoinMarketCap.com exchange, and I'm going to talk to you about different exchanges and how it applies to our business. Now, look at these coins. This is the top. Let's see here. Top 100 coins in the world. All these coins have been around for years. Okay. Now let's talk about the top 3 here: the Bitcoin, the Ripple, and the Litecoin. Let's talk about this. Right. You go over here and Bitcoin scams. 551,000 results how Bitcoin how to avoid Bitcoin scams, Bitcoin crime, scams and hacks. Is Bitcoin a scam? Avoid Bitcoin scams. I mean, these are, beware of the, so here you've got tons of stuff about Bitcoin, especially when Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. Now, Bitcoin's been out for what, 6 years? And we talk about Wall Street. There's banks now that are starting to accept and look at Bitcoin as a viable business model, if you will. And you've got Wall Street looking at it. A friend of mine was talking about sharing articles with me because I don't do too much research and buy into, you know, all the Bitcoin stuff. But he was doing tons of research, finding a lot of positive information about Bitcoin and how huge conglomerates are starting to take Bitcoin more serious as a viable place to put money into. I believe Goldman Sachs or something they said that they're talking about putting $50 billion into cryptocurrency, and there was an article about that. Let's talk about the next coin, right? Let's talk about how the Ripple coin, which is #2 in the world, how Ripple is a scam, the Ripple coin, and to make sure that you avoid it. However, people are making tons of money from the Ripple coin right here, the #2 in the world. Let's keep going here. Let's look at the Litecoin. How the Litecoin versus the Bitcoin, and the biggest Litecoin scam in history has just happened. In 2013, the biggest scam in history, which is the Litecoin, has just happened. How Litecoin is a pyramid. I mean, this isn't even, all these coins aren't even a pyramid. They're not even a home-based business. I mean, this is a traditional business model, and yet they're talking that it's a pyramid scheme, it's a Ponzi, and you can see all the negative reviews here, over 121,000 results, how Litecoin is a scam. And now, if you go ahead and you go onto OneCoin.eu, okay, now I'm not even going to log into this website. All my evidence that I'm going to share with you today is going to be external sources proving to you the validity of this company. Now, let's look down here. I want you to look here, the latest news, the audit results. Okay, let's click on read more. This is outside of the website, but I want you to see here in Dubai, when we went to Dubai, you're going to see there's a video here. If you click on the YouTube link, here's the video of Dr. Ruja Ignatova talking to the third-party auditing company right here, one of the representatives. If you go back, there's another video on the site right here showing you in Dubai from stage, since you might have not been in it, how Sempus Fortis, the managing partner, is the one auditing OneCoin and the validity of OneCoin. And you could see her talking with one of the representatives of this auditing company. And by the way, this auditing company, which is a third-party company, has no relationship at all with OneCoin, has no coins that they've ever bought. They haven't bought any packages, nothing. It's 100% third party. And then you need to find out, well, what's the credibility of Sempus Fortis? Well, watch this video. It's right there on your home page, and you can do all the research you want to know the legitimacy of this company that's auditing OneCoin. Now, what scam or what company that's in question will ever pass an audit? They will never pass it. And why would they ever want to be audited and be exposed as a scam if they're legitimate, right? Now, let's go ahead and look at over here. This is Sempus Fortis right here. Let's look at some of their clients, because that's important to know the credibility of the auditing company that's auditing OneCoin. Let's look at some of their clients. We've got all these clients. You got BMW. That's the one I recognize. I don't really recognize all these other companies, but I do recognize BMW. Bulgarian Airlines, right? Bulgaria One Air. I don't recognize these companies, but I'm sure they talked about all these companies are worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions. They don't have small clients. Here's some more companies that they represent. They also audit Mazda, Fiat, Toyota, Bulgarian National Bank. So these are all companies, electricity system operating. These are all companies that this third party audits to make sure that these companies are doing everything by the book and that are legit, okay? That gives me a lot of confidence of what we have here. And it should give you a lot of confidence about what we have here. Let's go to the next thing. Let's talk about the gold vault that the company just came out with, which is where you're going to be able to take your Aram gold coins, which is a hybrid cryptocurrency, and you're literally going to be able to convert your cryptocurrency into gold. This is the first of its kind. There's no other hybrid cryptocurrency out there where you can convert your cryptocurrency into genuine gold. And if you do your research here, you'll see that this company, right, that OneCoin is a part of with the Aram gold coin, they get audited. Right here, a performance and audit is performed once per month. And what do they audit? They audit the vault that has the gold in it to make sure that the right amount of gold is in the vault to be able to handle all the coins that are being purchased around the world. So that if somebody decides that they want to cash out their Aram gold coin into real gold, that this company has the gold that backs it up. And there's a third party that audits this part of the company as well. So again, we've got a third party that audits the legitimacy of the mining of the OneCoin, to make sure that there's no manipulation. And we have a company that audits the legitimacy of the gold vault that has all the gold in it, that it's backing up the Aram gold coin. And the relationship between the Aram gold coin and the OneCoin is really strengthened by them backing each other up. Okay, here is the xcoinx.com, which is another cryptocurrency exchange platform that shows you OneCoin is number 3 in the world. Well, some people might say, well, how come it's only on this website and it's not on other websites that pertain to an exchange? Well, I want you to know that there's tons of different exchanges. There's hundreds of exchanges that a company can be on. And understand, all these coins have been around for over a year to 2 years to 3 years. OneCoin is a baby, even though we're number 3 in the world because of our business model and because of our market cap and the exposure that we have. Because she went to the home-based business industry to bring exposure, all these other coins didn't even come close to what OneCoin did in OneCoin's first 5 months of being mined. OneCoin started mining in January. 5 months later, they're number 3 in the world for the largest cryptocurrency in the world. However, they're so small in comparison to how much coins have been mined. And so what you need to understand is the biggest exchanges will not allow OneCoin to be uplisted until they've been around at least for several years, until the fact that the coin is shown that there's more than 7% that's been mined. So all these big exchanges are paying attention to OneCoin, but there's rules and regulations to make sure that OneCoin is as big as all these other coins. So what this is a smaller exchange. But let me show you some things about the stock market that is very similar to what's happening in the cryptocurrency exchange. Right here is the penny stock exchange. Okay, what is a penny stock? A penny stock is literally stocks that are under $1. Now these penny stocks cannot be on a huge exchange like the New York Stock Exchange. A penny stock cannot be on the NASDAQ, cannot be on the Dow Jones. However, there are stocks that are on the NASDAQ that are under $1 because they were at a point in one time in their career, or one time in the time that this company's been in existence, that they were at a place that qualified them to be uplisted to the NASDAQ, because you got to maintain at least $5 a share for a certain period of time. And then what happened was the stock plummeted, went under $1, and yet it's still on the NASDAQ. So there's rules and regulations on what exchanges stocks can be on. Well, the next level above the penny stock is the bulletin board stock exchange, the OTCBB, right? The OTCBB is still before the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, which is the bigger exchanges. Again, a lot of companies have to start at the bottom as a penny stock or OTCBB stock, and then uplist later to, let's say, the NASDAQ exchange. So where is OneCoin? OneCoin is a baby. It's only 5 months been mining, okay? And based on the market cap and everything, it is third largest in the world. However, the bigger exchanges do not recognize that yet because it's so small. It's still like a penny stock. It has to be uplisted. So if you're thinking, is this the right time to get involved? The answer is absolutely yes. And now you might be sharing this with friends and people that you know, and those people might have, they're questioning you. They want to know the legitimacy of the company. They want to know the legitimacy of this coin. And however, that same individual might have gone to the casino 2 nights ago and dropped $5,000 and lost $5 grand at the casino. However, for them to put $1,000 into OneCoin is a huge business decision that they have to make. It's all about priorities. It's all about belief. And so my goal, which is so funny how people do that, but my goal for you is to know what is real, what is fake, and how to dispel the myths. And the reasons why all these companies out there can write crap about any company that they want. And they do that because just like if you look here on Google, you'll notice that there are ads. There's advertisements on Google for different keywords. Look at all these ads right here, right? Now, if this was a blog and we're talking about a particular subject, and this like for instance, OneCoin is getting a lot of publicity. I mean, you've got 300,000 members. It's growing at 5,000 members a day. So guess what? You're going to have people out there saying, oh my goodness, if I write something about this company, especially if I write negative news, obviously travels a lot faster than positive news. And people that write negative stuff about companies and about things have a negative mindset. They're the type of people that always look at the glass half empty instead of half full. And I'm the type of person that wants to attract things into my life, not repel things. So I'm always looking at things in a positive light, but at the same time, being educated, not doing things based on my emotion. So if you look at all these companies, right, look at all these ads right here. If this was a blog and these were all articles about different companies and how they're scams, well, guess what? When people are doing searches and they click on these ads, that's how they make money. It's like the paparazzi. They make money on negative press. They make money on slandering celebrities and people. So let's continue here. Let's look at this. Let's talk about the magazine. Okay, let's deal with the magazine and the legitimacy of being on the front cover of magazines, because this is another thing that we need to address, because a lot of people in the beginning said, hey, you know what, this magazine that Dr. Ruja Ignatova is on is a fake. It's a fake. She never was really on the magazine. Now time goes by and they say, oh no, it's not a fake, but yet she did a paid advertisement. So they're changing their story. But watch this. You look at Success from Home magazine. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, and you'll see that this company is talking about right here on the front cover about ACN, how ACN is changing people's lives. Now, if you look here, ACN's 20-year reign. This is ACN's a reputable, home-based business. They paid to be on the front cover. Now, to be on the front cover of Home Success magazine or Success from Home magazine costs them money, right? Why do they do that, even though they've got hundreds of thousands of reps around the world? Because this brings publicity to the company. But no one questions the authenticity of ACN because they paid to be on the front cover of Success from Home. Well, let's look at another one. Let's look at this company here, which is another reputable company, Ambit Energy, at $1 billion, just getting started, right? Look at this, Success from Home, another one. They paid to be on the front cover of this magazine, yet no one's questioning the legitimacy of Ambit Energy because they paid for advertising. All right, let's look at another one. Let's look at this company, which is Nerium. Again, Success from Home. They're on the front cover of this magazine, talking about how their skincare is one of the top in the world, right, and what it does. Again, they paid to be on there, yet no one's questioning the legitimacy of Nerium and if their skin product really does what it says it does. Here's another one, Mary Kay, on the front cover of the magazine. Now, if you were to be on the front cover and you had a choice, whether let's put aside whether the company paid to be on the front cover or the company didn't pay to be on the front cover. If you had a choice to be on Success from Home or on the front cover of Forbes magazine, what would you choose? Now, there are things that we don't know about Forbes. For instance, they may have a platform that you could pay to be on the front cover. I think that's ingenious that a company would say, you know what, we're busy launching this new cryptocurrency, and we want to bring exposure to the coin outside of the network. We want to bring exposure to the coin outside of the business. And so guess what? If they paid to be on the front cover, I think that was an investment that was spent really well by the company, especially to be in a business, to be in a magazine like that. So now the question is not whether the advertisement was paid or not paid. The question is the magazine actually real? Well, I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to turn my camera on here, and I'm going to hold a genuine, real magazine for a second here, in a few seconds or in a few minutes, and flip through the pages and show you that I physically have the magazine in my possession and that it's not some fake magazine. Now, I want you to know this much. If it was a fake, or if the magazine was a fraud with Forbes' name on the front cover and Dr. Ruja Ignatova on the cover with Forbes, and it was a fake, don't you think Forbes would be suing the heck out of OneCoin right now? Absolutely. They'd be suing. Now, check this out. All these people calling Forbes magazine right now, and the fact that this was published in Bulgaria, it's bringing so much publicity and press to Dr. Ruja that I heard, now don't quote me on this, but I heard that Forbes magazine, worldwide Forbes, is looking possibly to do a write-up outside of Bulgaria. We're talking about worldwide Forbes magazine that's printed in English, possibly doing a write-up on Dr. Ruja Ignatova because of all the calls that people have been making to see if this is legitimate or not. Okay. Now, again, this is important for you to know. I'm going to go ahead and turn the screen over right here, and I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to actually show you. Okay, live. Now, again, you're looking at my ceiling fan, and the reason is because my room is a wreck, and I don't want anybody to see my room as a wreck. So enjoy the ceiling fan as I show you the legitimacy of our business model. Now, I'm going to first show you the debit card that we have, and I'm going to cover some of the numbers because this is a real debit card, and I don't want someone to take these numbers and spend the money that I'm earning here. But this is a debit card right here, a real bona fide debit card that the company sends that puts money onto this card for you on a weekly basis. You can see it's a real MasterCard. It's got all the the 3 digits on the back. This is a real debit card right here. Okay. Now let's talk about this. That's one. Let's talk about her book. This is Dr. Ruja Ignatova's book in print, not a digital copy, a real physical book with chapters with all this information about cryptocurrency and how to make money in cryptocurrency and in business. Right here, a full book, thick book, I might add. Okay. She genuinely wrote a book. Okay. A physical hard copy. Now let's talk about the actual magazine. Here we go. Here's the magazine. Dr. Ruja on the front cover of a physical magazine. You can see that they are on the back and on the front of this magazine. You can see that there's an article right here in the middle of the magazine, a full page about the opportunity, about Dr. Ruja, about OneCoin. And let's go ahead and look, there's some advertising here. Okay. Let's flip through this magazine here for a second, because I want you to know that there's other articles in this magazine outside of OneCoin showing you that this is a real magazine, that this isn't just all about OneCoin, some fake magazine. We're talking about all kinds of news, updates, information, business information that's in this magazine. Okay, now, again, whether this magazine was paid for or whether this magazine is, it has not been paid for, that they just wanted to do a write-up, I understand there's a difference. There's a difference between a magazine that someone pays to be on the cover versus someone being noted and someone finding out about a particular celebrity and Forbes wanting to go after them. However, what I want you to know is that this is real, that this magazine is authentic, it's real, and that there's tons of companies that always buy spots to be on the front cover. Now, do I know if she bought it or not? I don't have that confirmed. I don't know. But I do know this much, is that the magazine is real. It's authentic. I physically have it in my possession. And so do a lot of the people that went to Dubai and purchased the magazine. Now this is the Aram Gold coin, physical right here. This is another physical product that we have that you can see here. Authentic 999 gold, showing you this is about $600 to $800 worth right here of gold. Okay, now I'm leaving it in here because, you know, I don't want to put fingerprints on it, but this is the Aram Gold coin. So if you want, you could take your literally your hybrid cryptocurrency, Aram Gold currency, cryptocurrency, and convert it. Once you have 15 grams of gold in your account in your back office, you'll be able to ask and request them to send you this coin. Okay, this physical gold coin, and you could add, and they'll ship it anywhere in the world to you. So with that being said, I just want you to understand what we have here and why you made a great decision to be a part of this company. That when somebody decides to share with you a bad article or a negative article that's been twisted or manipulated for the advantage of that particular person that wrote the article, what you need to do is you need to share this video with that person and say, look, let's not go on based on emotion. There's no fear here. But we're going to do our research and we're going to look to see, is there a real magazine? Did she really write a book? What's the difference between companies that talk about scams on websites? What's the difference between, I mean, these are all things that people need to make an educated decision based on the information that's shared. And don't get me wrong, think about this, right? We as humans gravitate to negativity. It's all around us. So I don't blame you for being skeptical. I don't blame you for being sometimes nervous whether this company is authentic or if it's, you know, legitimate or not. I mean, I've had my doubts over the last several months being here. I'm human. I'm like, wow, is this company going to meet up to what they say they're going to do, or is this something that's going to fall apart? That happens. You gotta understand, we're human, we're emotional. A lot of us have lost money in businesses before, so it's not abnormal to have doubts. And that's why what I do is I say, okay, let me talk to the distributors that know more about this than me. Let me talk to the members. Let me talk to the owner. Let me go to Dubai and see if this is legit and if this is real. And then when they start presenting third-party validation from companies that have been around for literally a decade, that works with Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies, and that our company is being audited, that brings a lot of security, legitimacy to the program and to the business model. So again, I encourage you, make sure that when people or yourself have doubts, that you share this video with them, to share the authenticity of the company, the transparency, because the company is not going to be audited unless they're looking to be transparent with the members that put a lot of their money into the company. And that I can commend this company and Dr. Ruja Ignatova. Hats off to the company. They've met everything that they said they were going to do, they've done. And I'm just extremely proud to be a part of this company, and I'm thankful that we had a chance to get started when we did, and so should you. With that being said, share this video, encourage your team to make sure that they do the right kind of research and don't buy into the lies and the manipulation and the twisting of truth out there on the internet. With that being said, God bless you and have an awesome day.